Hey everybody, welcome to the review of Red Dead Redemption.
It's made by Rockstar San Diego. Pretty much almost is Grand Theft Auto 4.
Besides the killing hookers and getting bling bling and all that shit.
You know, you don't get hookers this time around.
No, you don't. I think we can all agree that the environments are pretty good.
What I like most about the environments is that during the cinematics of the actual game, the environment actually changes. So like if it's raining one time, then it'll be sunny the next time. So it's like never the same. And that's one thing I really like about the characters. Like you'll actually see like the flaming, flickering lights on their skin. And that really brought me into the experience.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail. And the map itself is enormous.
It feels really condensed as in like geographic wise. I mean, because you're in the desert of Mexico and then all of a sudden you travel a little bit, and then you're in a forest, and then you're in winter. It's
do you want to ride for 5 hours to get to another city?
They condensed the geography so you wouldn't like be traveling for 5 hours. But obviously,
speaking of traveling,
there's enough of that as it is.
Yeah, there's just too much traveling.
Actually, I like that. The fact that there's so much space. I mean, so much possibility.
Like you said, the lighting system, I think that's like the most impressive part. Like from the lights, but also just from the way the sun looks.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when it's setting.
Reflecting off the water, too. I was drowning, and I was like, man, that's some really good-looking water.
Well, towards the end of the game, where you go to like that downtown-looking place. I mean,
Blackwater?
where the roads are paved and everything. You get into a duel there, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, you would think that this place has already evolved, but there's still someone there like, hey, you want to duel me? It's just like, hey, yeah, sure.
And there are some bugs in it still.
Well, there's like a million of them. The glitch that I've gotten was I was in the middle of the desert and he stiffens like a board and he just stands straight up and you sort of levitate. Like you don't walk, you just levitate. And you have your gun pulled down, you're just shooting people and you can just start running at amazing speeds. But you're not running, you're just literally stiff as a board like if you were in a standing coffin. Like it's really crazy and you're just pointing your gun at people and everyone's running around. Oh my gosh! Well, that's how I felt.
Character animation running is definitely the exact same from Grand Theft Auto 4.
I think you guys got
It's using the same engine.
And the map, too. The map is pretty similar to Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Like the letters to indicate where you're going. Yeah.
Oh, that wanted system? That's kind of like
that's
the police system.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
With the whole,
we'll give you that one. We'll give you
with the radius, you have to lose them in the radius.
There.
But it's changed, though, because like, if you kill everybody who's coming at you, like especially if you're out in the wilderness, then it goes away for a bit. Like your bounty's still up. The bounty's the new part. That's not the same. And so you can kill them and you can get away and you can be free for a while and even go back to town and pay off your bounty. And, people won't bother you.
Right.
But like with Grand Theft Auto, they're just going to keep coming at you until you're dead. You can't get away from them.
Another thing on the wanted system is that if you get a bounty so high, they'll send out marshals for you. So even though you're not in town or you're out in the wilderness, marshals will come hunting you. So you really never get away from this wanted level. You'll constantly be hunted down somewhere.
Yeah, but the thing I love about it is that even if your bounty is like $5,000 or something, like you can just get like a pardon letter, and then it's oh, okay, yeah, you're off the hook.
Yeah, it's just like, oh.
In fact, there's an achievement for that.
Yeah.
137 kills. Don't worry about it.
You can get it for it.
And then usually it's like 150 kills, 4 counts of robbery, and then like 1 chicken murder for some reason.
Yeah, I was just, oh man.
There's a lot you can do in the game there's a lot to do that you can often get sidetracked just from the sheer amount of activity that's going on in the world. I mean, for me, I would go play poker.
I would play poker a lot. Let's talk about the shooting system.
I like the fact that if you like tap the trigger, you lock on, but for the most part, it's pretty sloppy.
Okay.
Especially when you're on the horse, man, that's the hardest thing to do. You're on the horse and you're trying to shoot some guy.
Like with the horse, sometimes I would have to go in a dead aim. Is it dead eye? Dead eye mode, right? Which is the slow motion, just rape it mode. That's all it really was. Because like it'd be really quick. You just go turn around, boom, 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 and then you turn back around and keep going.
Yeah, that was really good.
Speaking of the dead eye, that was actually probably the most awesome part of the game.
Yeah,
like that is cool.
Except I hated the duels. I never really got the hang of it.
It's those meters there. Whoever gets the higher meters. So like you mark him 5 times in the head, you practically got a perfect kill.
What about if you mark him in the crotch?
He probably
taking away his will to live.
Yeah,
so it's like a kill.
Yeah, sort of like a kill, but he wins in the end.
I mean, if you want to experience all the side quests and like find all the treasures,
at least 40.
It's gonna be a pretty long.
Yeah,
because if you go straight game,
it's like 24, 20.
Not even.
No,
20,
it's like
24?
Not
about
even.
15 hours.
A couple of the hours are just
Yeah.
getting to the mission.
Yeah.
No, like getting when you go into the mission
And then
you have
riding to
ride
where you
the
need to
horse
go.
yeah, takes forever.
Something that annoyed me with John Marston is that when you're riding to your mission, he's always yelling, "I'm trying to find my family."
Oh yeah, why don't you calm down for a little bit? I'm standing right here.
All right, we gotta go. Seth and the Irishman, definitely my favorites.
The Irishman, I think, was funny because he was always drunk.
Yeah,
always,
and then Seth, dude, Seth was just nuts. That guy is like literally nuts. Like he was like, what is this guy up to?
Talking to dead people.
Yeah, and like,
Did he eat the dead people?
I don't know.
I thought he was dating the corpses.
I think he fucked the dead people.
Oh yeah, he was probably a necrophiliac, but it was some really weird stuff. Like he was doing some weird stuff.
I really like the voice acting in this. Like everybody sounded believable. They sounded like who they were. You know, it didn't seem like, oh yeah, we just got some actors off the street to play these.
The only person I would say that I did not like was his son.
Oh, but his son's supposed to be a little bitch. I thought he was.
but he grows up. Like it's just like.
You think he grew up to be a bitch too?
That's what it feels like. So let's go into what the biggest thing about this game was multiplayer.
It wasn't Halo.
What?
Basically,
It's not going to be Halo.
This is
It's
a
a third-person
I didn't
shooter.
like it.
This is a
It wasn't
review about
like
Red Dead.
The intensity of Halo, like the multiplayer of Halo.
So it's from these extremes where it can be really like team based, and then it can just be like this is total crap.
Yeah, like what? Okay, I can sort of see how you're saying with Halo. When people go straight on their own, that's like a social slayer. Like, all right, I guess you can do it that way, and it can work. It can be fun that way. But there's also that whole different aspect you can look at it from team-based mode. It's just with Red Dead, it needs the team stuff. Like, you can't just do this running around, shooting each other, jumping around, punching some guy in the back sort of thing. It just doesn't work like that.
Just that's not what the game was made to do.
So Red Dead had a great concept going for it, free roaming lobbies, which was pretty innovative. I mean, I thought that was actually pretty cool. And then it also had gangs. You know, you can join gangs. And I actually did a couple of that. I actually had about 7 or 8 people in a gang. And we actually went to the gang hideouts, and it was pretty fun for like about 30 minutes. And then after that, it's really repetitive. It gets boring. The mechanics aren't fit for a multiplayer game. It has definitely a lot of cool environments. I mean, being able to go throughout the whole map is pretty cool. But I didn't have that much fun with it.
The thing that made me so angry about this game was bringing in semi-automatic pistols. Did not make sense to me. The German imported pistol was just, I thought that was stupid. Why? It's a Wild Wild West game. It just was pointless for me to have a semi-automatic pistol.
I think that's more. It goes in line with sort of the message of the game, because this is happening right when, well, not right when, but like when authorities are starting to take over the old Wild Wild West. So like they show in Blackwater, there's not places for you to put your horse everywhere like there is in the Old West towns. And so with the cars and also with the guns.
All right, so Steven, what do you got?
I give it brain freeze because I like the game, but I don't think it constitutes a $60 price tag. Once you finish it, the multiplayer is not there. So I think you should probably wait for it to go get a little cheaper.
You know what? Like, I'd give it a just chillin'. Because, I mean, it's a game you just chill to. Like, I'd rather be, like, showing off other games and, like, I don't know. I wasn't too much into it. I wasn't too crazy about it.
All right, I'm giving it a Frostbite because while it wasn't everything I wanted this game to be, it was still a really good game. I think it was great. And, I suggest everybody should go out and get it if you have the systems that it's on.
I'm also going to give it a Frostbite. This is a pretty good game. It's pretty fucking freezing, and it'll get the job done for you guys. If you guys are looking for a good game that's going to float your boat, I would say this is it.